This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, Fire and Emergency New Zealand resources are stretched fighting fires in the Wakatipu Basin. A Southern electricity company offers a tech-savvy Southland family a rent-free smart house for a year. And vandals are ruining playtime at a Dunedin play centre. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. So far, Fire Emergency New Zealand has managed to keep on top of fires in the rural parts of the Wakatipu Basin. But Rural Fire Authority officer Mark Mawani says they've been lucky. He remains concerned the next fire could get away from them. Here's Mina Amso.
Another Jacks Point fire yesterday, boosted by hot weather and gusty wind conditions. It's the sixth fire in the region this summer and was brought under control before it did much damage. But Deputy Principal Fire Officer Mark Mawani is worried a fire could get away from them.
At some stage, one of these fires is going to get away on us and do a lot of damage, and that's a worry. It's a real worry for us.
The Jacks Point blaze yesterday required 25 firefighters, 2 helicopters and some luck to bring it under control.
Because of the fire weather conditions we've got at the moment, any spark will start a fire.
Mawani says every call out is costly.
It varies. We got helicopters involved in that fire, and helicopters can be somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000 an hour. It's in the thousands generally. When we turn out, you look at the costs. What's not factored in is all these guys are volunteers, all these people are volunteers.
He says it's vital people understand how easily a fire can start, especially in windy conditions.
I can't emphasise enough the need for people to think about the risks of a fire starting from activities they carry out. Everything across the board, from using motorbikes, the angle grinders, the lawn mowers, any sort of motorised equipment has the potential to start a fire.
He says people should think about preventing fires by dampening down areas around machinery, have a fire management plan in place and keep a fire hose and extinguisher handy. Mina Amso, The South Today.
And staying in Queenstown, the search in Lake Wakatipu for the body of American skydiver Tyler Nee has been suspended. The Police National Dive Squad completed the final phase of its sonar search yesterday with no sign of Mr. Nee. The search area was a 300-metre diameter radius from where the second skydiver was rescued. Otago Lakes District Area Commander, Inspector Olaf Jensen, says the search has been difficult given the weather conditions and the 340-metre depth of the lake. Nee's family thanked police and their community for their efforts and support and will be heading back to the United States on Thursday. A Southern electricity company is offering one tech-savvy Southland family a rent-free smart house for a year. PowerNet's Invercargill 2-bedroom house is kitted out with all the latest technologies, including a garage containing an electric car. Sharon Rees has more.
It may look like a typical Invercargill house, but this property is filled with the latest power-saving technologies. The only thing missing is a tenant. PowerNet is looking for a tech-savvy Southland family to move into its smart energy home for a year. It's rent-free and comes with a brand new electric car, and while there's a catch, it's hardly a big one.
Free rent, free use of a car for a year, so that's a pretty sweet deal. Just in return, they help us out with promoting the project and just in terms of letting the public know and the community know how these technologies affect them and allow them to access savings. And we'll be monitoring all the key technologies and some of the key appliances in the home. So we'll be able to break down the household consumption into individual appliances in most cases.
As well as using the more obvious technologies, Gentle says the company will encourage the family to use power outside of peak demand hours and have installed appliances to assist them in doing so.
We've got solar panels on the roof, and with that we've got the inverter system behind me with the battery. So those are two key technologies we're looking at, and also the electric vehicle the family will have to run around in for the year, and with that there's a charging station installed so they can charge that. And just also looking at certain appliances that might have a delay function, such as your dishwasher. You can load it up at night and then just hit the delay button so it comes on in the middle of the night, so you can access the cheaper night rates.
He says the family would get a glimpse of the way houses might operate in the future, with smart technologies growing in popularity around the world. And if PowerNet's social media response is anything to go by, hundreds of families will be applying for the opportunity. For more information on the Smart Energy Home, head to powernet.co.nz. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Police are asking for help tracking down the illegal spotlighters who fired shots near campers in Southland last weekend. The incident took place in the Grieve Valley at the south arm of Lake Manapuri. A late model twin cab ute with 3 people riding on the back of a shooting frame shot and damaged a vehicle belonging to the campers around 2:15 a.m. on Sunday. Police say they're taking the incident very seriously. A Dunedin Play Centre volunteer is fed up with vandalism ruining playtime. Natasha Olds at Halfway Bush Playgroup found herself cleaning up on Christmas Eve following a break-in. Roselle LeBone has more.
Natasha Olds is left holding the broom yet again after another night of vandalism and breaking and entering. These pictures show the damage that's taken place at the Halfway Bush Play Centre in recent weeks. Burned couches, broken roofs and overturned tables. Parents and carers are asking for the public to keep an eye out for vandals in the community after 2 incidents of destruction over the past 2 weeks. Behind me at the play shed you can see that the door has been kicked in. Natasha Olds says that this occurred on Monday night. The previous week the roof of the shed was also kicked in by vandals. Olds says the mindless and destructive behaviour is ruining what has been built for young children.
Thinking it's funny to destroy our kids' play hut and burn holes in the couch, and we've got multiple holes in the roof where they've climbed and jumped on the roof. Just getting sick of it.
She says the play centre has already paid out of its own pocket to remodel the shed from a previous attack. Olds once found herself cleaning up on Christmas Eve.
So I was notified on Christmas Eve about 9 o'clock that the garage had been broken into and all our toys had been scattered all over the yard. So thankfully someone had noticed it and contacted us, and we had to get it all tidied up and put new locks on it, which is not how you want to spend Christmas Eve.
The attacks have occurred at night, so the perpetrators remain unidentified, but several teenagers have been seen smoking on the grounds after hours. The play centre kids have been devoting time out of their school holidays to the clean-up.
They have thrown the toys everywhere and we've had to clean it up, and we've just been hanging around fixing it.
There are some older people that come around here sometimes and just smoke and like burn the couch and stuff. I don't reckon it's good for the kids because they like to play out here and stuff. And people have been knocking the boards down on the playhouse and like taking off the roof boards and stuff.
They have a strong message for those behind the attacks.
Don't break anything, we'll find who you are.
Olds says she will be taking further measures to protect the property and to find out who was behind the incidents. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, site selection is the hot agenda item for the Dunedin Hospital Projects Advisory Panel, and a nationwide advocacy group calls for governmental policy changes in mental health care.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
They're part of the family, and like us, their health begins with what they eat too. So give them Radical Dog, made in New Zealand from all natural ingredients and real tart cherries, so it's high in antioxidants. It's a 3-in-1 superfood, giving them energy, flexibility and a healthy coat. With no fillers or nasty preservatives, they love them. It's the treat that can work wonders on every dog, no matter what their breed, age or health. Radical Dog, the new generation in dog food.
While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
Gillian's Care. They care for loved ones, families, friends and our community. At a time of bereavement, care and support makes all the difference. And Gillians know this. They're here for you when you need it most. From advanced funeral planning to a service for your loved one, Gillians will guide and assist you with your individual choices. Their legendary attention to detail and passion to get it right are second to none. Gillians, caring for families in our communities since 1962.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte, and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
Oh, help! Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
For 3 generations, the Kilpatrick family have ensured Jimmy's pies are still world famous in the South Island. Made to an old family recipe, Jimmy's pies have been one of New Zealand's traditional takeaway foods, prepared daily on the premises alongside a range of savouries, sausage rolls and cakes. Jimmy's pies are distributed throughout the lower South Island. Jimmy's pies are sure to satisfy your travelling munchies.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
The University of Otago, New Zealand's only true collegiate university. For first-year students, the history, the expectations of excellence are
unfamiliar.
G'day, I'm next door.
Hi, next door. I'm Samantha Pascoe.
No, you're not. I'm Josh, Clyde, Science. And you are?
Sam, Hastings, Law and Arts.
Tane, Auckland, Commerce. Osaka, Greece, Classics. History.
Otago Superheroes, the 2018 Relay for Life needs your team. On March 17 and 18, the relay teams will join together to create one of the most inspiring events, helping not only to raise funds but also to remember those who have fallen to cancer or are struggling with it. To register your team, simply go to the website and sign on, then start fundraising. It's about celebrating, remembering and fighting back. Be a superhero and register now at relayforlife.org.nz.
Welcome back. Site selection was the hot topic at the inaugural meeting of the local advisory group to the Dunedin Hospital project. Group convener Pete Hodgins says the decision is getting closer, but more discussions and modelling is necessary. The group is examining possible sites somewhere between the University of Otago and the Octagon. Hodgins says the group expects to make a recommendation to Health Minister David Clark by the end of March. Nationwide advocacy group Life Matters Trust is calling for accountability and governmental policy changes on mental health. The comments follow yesterday's official announcement regarding a ministerial inquiry.
Life Matters Trust spokesperson Corinda Taylor delivered a petition to Parliament in May last year seeking an inquiry into mental health services. Now she's closer than ever to her goal with the announcement yesterday that a 6-member inquiry team will look into mental health and addiction issues in New Zealand.
We have many people that have suffered trauma under the current system, and it is ongoing, and we would like a voice for those people to be included in this inquiry.
She is expecting the inquiry team to visit the regions and to have conversations with stakeholder groups.
One of our concerns are that this inquiry may not have the powers to take it on to a Royal Commission of Inquiry where people are allowed to testify and share their stories.
The inquiry will be supported by 2 other panels, a group of mental health service users and a youth panel. Health Minister David Clark and Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said yesterday a ministerial commission would be faster and equally as effective as a Royal Commission. The inquiry has a $6.5 million budget and is expected to report back by the end of October. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Shoppers at a suburban Dunedin supermarket had to negotiate a pond of smelly water recently. Countdown's communications department says there were no risk to the public.
This stream of dirty, discoloured water spilled out of an overflow pipe and into the car park at Countdown in Mailer Street, Dunedin, on Monday evening. When contacted, the company said there was a small leak through the sprinkler system. A Countdown spokesperson says the minor leak posed no risk to customers, and as part of the repair work, some water overflowed into the car park. The spokesperson said the issue is now fully resolved and there was no harm to the public. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, farm sales dropped 20% in the last year, according to the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand. And cinematographer Alan Bollinger shares his love of filmmaking with the next generation in Greymouth.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte, and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
Here is this week's Mole Map UV report. Did you know New Zealanders have the highest incidence rate of melanoma in the world?
If you've ever been on a sunbed or been badly sunburnt, what are the chances you could have melanoma? Remove the doubt. Get a mole map.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
135 Cumberland Street is a brand new, recently listed Category 1 heritage building right in Dunedin's warehouse precinct. Only a short walk to the Octagon in the central city. These are warm, well-insulated, self-contained apartments with all you need for a short or long stay. With beautiful views onto the harbour, these Airbnbs at 135 Cumberland Street come highly recommended for your stay in Dunedin.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Active Interior Design in Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
Thanks for staying with us. The Real Estate Institute of New Zealand has just released data showing farm sales were 20% less over the end of last year compared to the same period in 2016. There were more sales of dairy and finishing farms and fewer sales of grazing and arable farms. Despite the reduced sales, the median price per hectare rose over 5% to nearly $30,000 a hectare. Young people in Greymouth are having the opportunity to explore filmmaking under the watchful eye of New Zealand cinematographer Alan Bollinger. Rudy Adrian reports on the class's progress.
These 24 pupils are making short films as part of their holiday program.
Originally it came about by introducing filmmaking to young people as a holiday program option. And we originally offered one-day program, and then from that group it was mentioned that maybe a longer program which extended their skills would be valuable.
One of the teachers is veteran camera operator Alan Bollinger, who has shot dozens of films including Goodbye Pork Pie, Vigil and The Frighteners.
The idea of this week-long course is to get them thinking about what they need ahead of time and put a bit of planning into it, and then also a bit of time into post-production so that they've got a better overview of what's involved, and also learning to work as a team.
Bollinger says the pupils need to appreciate the constraints in filmmaking.
There are realistic parameters they have to work within, you know, like we can't go out and shoot on the top of the Paparoa Ranges with the sort of resources I've got. Mind you, some of them will get out there and do it. They'll take their GoPros and disappear into the hills at some stage, I would think.
Young filmmaker Tom Moram-Kelly is also on hand.
So I've just flown down from Wellington, and I'm helping these kids with what experience I know, and yeah, I think they're learning a lot. They're very determined in what they're doing. That's what I've noticed is, you know, as soon as we start, you know, they're into it. They're coming. Some of them are coming early, and they're starting up their scripts, and it's really good to see. Yeah.
Actor Ali Bellis says it's been an educational experience.
What I've been learning is heaps. I've learned that it takes way more time to prep than to actually record and shoot, and also that it's really fun to shoot, but it's also really fun to prep. I never thought it would be fun to prep.
Bollinger feels it's all about exposing young people to new interests.
I think the most important thing is to stimulate their imagination, stimulate their interest, and encourage them to keep going if they have a real interest in this, which is really what you need to do with youngsters, whatever their interests are, you know. Encourage them to do it.
The 6-day workshop concludes this coming Saturday with a public screening of the students' final works. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Paul Gorman. What have you got for us in tomorrow's paper?
Well, we had that letter in this morning from Ian Taylor about fibre installation, asking if people had problems, you know, with the installation and the speed. And we had a huge response online, and people writing to the paper today saying that they had problems. The installations have been quite shoddy in some instances, but we also had some people saying they had a really good experience. So we're going to wrap that all up, and that will be on the front page tomorrow. We've also got a letter about that as well, someone who had a great experience with the people from Chorus. I mean, that's a big issue, the whole fibre, you know, trying to speed everyone up on the internet and Gigatown.
Yeah, Gigatown.
So that's interesting.
It'd be interesting to see if there's a variance between geographical areas too.
It would be quite good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if it could be plotted.
I think we had quite a good mix of, suburbs, people riding in. So, that'll be in tomorrow. We also have what we believe is the first woman who will address the haggis tomorrow night at the Burns Club for Burns Night in 150 years, Donna Young. So it's always very dangerous saying it's the first time that someone may have done something, but we believe she's the first woman to do this. So that's quite an interesting story.
So the first woman on record that has.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And also an interesting story about what it's like to be a chopper pilot fighting fires, the dangers of that and the excitement of it as well. And in tomorrow's column on page 2, I've talked a little bit about wanting to hear from people about how they kept their kids amused over the holidays. The weather was good this year, so it wasn't so difficult, but sometimes those wet days, it's like, how do you keep them amused? So hopefully we'll get some feedback on that, and also the Magic Blunders photo competition, asking people to send in their photos that went wrong. So that would be great if we can get some more photos.
That would be hilarious to see.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that in tomorrow's ODT. Thank you, Paul. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silberhorn Collagen Plus.
Looking at the situation, a high air pressure will keep weather over the southern districts mostly fine and settled through the weekend, apart from some brief coastal showers during the afternoon tomorrow. Looking at what's in store down south, Balclutha, Gora, Lumsden and Catlins, you will have light southwesterlies, some cloud and 18 degrees, and Catlins you might also be in for some showers. Moving westward to central, we start with Wanaka with a high of 27 degrees, fine with some light winds. Alexandra and Queenstown, you're both on 25 with light winds, and Alexandra may see a bit of cloud during the day. Tiana, you have a high of 18 and light winds with some cloud. Up to the northern towns, Timaru has a high of 28 with light easterlies and some clouds, so don't forget to wear your sunscreen. Looking along the coast to Oamaru, you have a high of 24 with some light southerlies and late showers. Further inland to Omarama and Twizel, you both have light winds, fine, and it's a 27-degree high for you. Here in Dunedin tonight, some cloud with an overnight low of 15 degrees. Tomorrow, sunny periods with some cloud with light to moderate southerly winds developing. A few light showers are possible mid to late afternoon at 22 and 15. And mostly cloudy and cooler on Friday with northeasterlies, breezy in the afternoon, 18 and 15 degrees. And in Invercargill tonight, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 11. Tomorrow becoming fine and sunny with light winds, 17 and 9, and sunny periods and some cloud on Friday with light winds, 19 and 11 degrees. And that's our news for this Wednesday. For the latest news from the Southern region, you can follow us on Facebook and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you all have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.